Hello everyone, my name is Manohar C. Jadeja. So today in this video I am going to talk about the C Sharp and the C++. So I hope you and your nearest one are healthy and doing well during this pandemic. So let's start this video. At first, why I have choose this topic. As per the 2020 report of the Northeastern University, C Sharp is the fourth most popular programming language, and the C++ is the sixth most popular programming language. So let's we see that what is C Sharp, what is C++, and how they are doing the best in their particular field. That if why I have to choose the C Sharp and why I have to choose the C++. So we will see these things in this video. So let's start. So first the flow will be the presentation, that how will be the flow of this presentation. So in this flow, in this presentation, first I will talk about the C Sharp, that the features of C Sharp, pros and cons of the C Sharp, why we have to choose C Sharp. Then we will see about the C++, similar thing we will see for the C++, like the features, why we have to choose C++, pros and cons. And at the last we will see the some key difference between the C++ and the C Sharp. So before we start, C Sharp and the C++ both are object oriented programming. So you have observed that object oriented programming language. So now the question is, what is object oriented programming language? So let's see first. So first, as it is name suggests, that object oriented program means that programming which is oriented to the object, we can say that. So what will be the happen in the object oriented programming, that our software that organize the software design, that will be the around the data. Like if we talk about the class, if we talk about the right hand side image, you can see that if we talk about the human will be our class. We have objects, method and the properties. So we can say these all things, these all data are connected to each other. We can say that our model, that our software design will be the around our particular data, we can say that. So while any developers are implementing the object oriented programming or the OOP, at that time he will be the main focus on the manipulation of the data, not rather than the logic, because at that time large scale we are using the OOP. So what will be the happen, it will see how the manipulation of the data will be there, not in the particular logic he will focus. So now the question is, why we are using the OOP. So we are using reusability, scalability and efficiency. For these three things we are using the object oriented programming. I hope you all are aware about the properties of OOP, like inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction. So in which what we are doing, that in a sum of the part, for the reusability we are using this principle, and the sum of the part we are using for the security purpose. So these all things will give some give the reusability, some give security. So we can say that we are using OOP for the reusability, scalability and the efficiency. Now let's see the common principles of the C Sharp and C++ development. So when the founder of the C Sharp and the C++ are implementing this both thing, so they have one, that our program should be the simple, object oriented, easy to understand. This is the first principle. And the second principle that on him mind, that was that they want to make the program or the develop the program which have a robust and the secure environment. Now let's see about the C Sharp. So first, C Sharp is an object oriented programming language, and that is developed by the Microsoft, and we are using to run on the .NET framework. You all know that in a .NET framework we are using, or we are coding through the C Sharp. Now the Endon Hasselsberg is the key contributor of the C Sharp language development. Let's see more about the C Sharp. So here in this video you will know about you will get some more information about the features. These are the some features that makes the C Sharp more stronger. I have taken this video from the C Sharp corner. So let's see the video. So here you can see that these are the some features that makes the C# more stronger. Like C# is evolving day by day, or have a strong community support, or we can say that C# have a independent platform or the open source platform, we can say. So these are the features that makes the C# more stronger and the robust. Now let's see the some pros and cons about the C#. So first, pros about the C#, that C# use almost similar syntax which follows by C, so it easy to understand for those who know the C language. We all know that whenever we are entering our in a programming language, first we learn the C language. So the any developer, or we can say the any student, those know the C language, they can easily move forward to the C#, because this almost syntax are the similar of the C# and the C. Now the second is, it is one of the best coding language to learn that has easy integration with the Windows. As we discussed before, that C# is developed by the Microsoft. That means obviously it have a normal, or we can say easy integration with the Windows compared to the other OS. Now third is fully integrated with the .NET libraries, which provides the access to the repository of functionality and the support. C# have a huge library collection of a very big library, so it will provide the access of the repository and the functionality and the support. So what will be the happen? It will reduce the developing time, so it will be the help for the developers. And the fourth is safer than its namesakes, means C# is a, compared to the C and C++, is a very secure language. Now let's see the cons. That cons is it allows the pointers in the unsafe blocks. So in this particular video, I'm not going to talk about the brief about this pointers topic, but let's give some overview that what is unsafe and the safe block. So in an unsafe block, we can say that is unmanaged code, and the safe blocks we can say that is the managed code. So while we are writing the managed code, it will check the three conditions: that managing memory for the object, performing type verification, doing garbage collection. So when we write the managed code, it will perform this task. Now while we write the unmanaged code, so what will be the happen? That calling the memory allocation function, making sure that the casting is done right, and the making sure that the memory is released when the work is done. So the what will be the happen in a C# where we can use the pointer but not in a managed code. We have to write in unsafe blocks, or we can say in a unmanaged code. So what will be the happen? He will be the, or it will doesn't check some of the features like the verification and all. So we can say that is the one cons for the C#. Now if someone asks that why we have to choose the C#, so first we can say that C# is a wisely used in the enterprise, cross application development and the web application. And the second, for the many people, salary is concerned more. So at that time we can say that as per the some famous portals like the Indeed, and we can say PayScale. So these are the some famous portal which show the salaries and the reviews of the particular firm or the company, we can say. So as per them, the average C# developer's annual salary is 66,000 to the 1,01,000 per year in the US. But if we talk about the India, it stands for the 1,62,000 to the 1 million per year in India. And the third is widely used in enterprise software, and the skill is in demand. We all know that in a current time C# is in demand. So this is one of the reason for choosing the C# if we, in a current time. Now let's see the C++. So the C++ language was developed by the BGen and T-Bell laboratories. They developed by the BGen, but in a 8 and the T-Bell laboratories. In particular laboratories, he developed this language. So BGen was the one of the employee of the US companies, US IT companies. He have eagerly eagerly, we can say that it is a huge fan of the C++ and the Simula 67. Simula 67 was the first object oriented language at that time. So he is a very big fan and he is a very good developer of that particular language. So he think that I want to make some language that will be the having a same syntax of the C, or we can say the upgradation of the C, but having the some object oriented feature. So after that he make the C++, then having a genes of the C and as well as the Simula 67. Now that C++ introduced the concept of the class and object, and it encapsulates the high and the lower language features. Like that he want to make using the both Simula 67 and the C. The C was the low level language, while the Simula 67 is the high level language. So by making from the both, so it will be known as an intermediate level language. So C++ was seen as an intermediate level language. Earlier it was called C with the classes. As I said, he want to make the C, he want to make language that will be the upgraded version of the C plus having a object oriented feature. So at the time of the starting, it is known as a C++ is known as a C with classes. But after that C++ was known as its same name, that C++. Now let's see some pros and the cons about the C++. That first is it is a popular language and thus there are the many compilers and the libraries are there for the C++. Second is other programming language like C, C#, and Java have a very similar syntax to the C++. Make it easy to learn for the everyone who knows the C++. As similar to C#, we see that C# and the C have a similar syntax, almost similar syntax. So in this C++, the same thing is followed. The C++ have a similar syntax to the C, C# and the Java. So if you know the C++, you can easily move forward to the C, C# and the Java, or vice versa. Now the third is it is one of the popular coding language which has a no garbage collector running in the background. Garbage collector means we can say it is one method, or it will manage the memory management automatically. We can say what is the garbage collector? It will manage our memory automatically. What will be the happen in the garbage collector? That if I have mentioned or I have declared some variable, but the variable is not long using, I am not using the longer time. So what will be the happen? It will collect the storage of that particular variable and free the memory of that, or we can say store the free the storage of that particular variable. So other can variable use that store. So the question is that if you might be you have one question that you said that garbage collector will manage the automatic memory management, but C++ is not using garbage collection. So how it will be the pros for the C++? So while the BGen was developing this programming language, at that time he claimed that, or he claimed that like our language doesn't need the garbage collector. Means we are making some robust and simple coding language that doesn't need a garbage collector. It will work without the garbage collector. So BGen was thinking like that. So for that he take this thing as a pros. Otherwise at that time whenever any object oriented language was published, they all are using the garbage collector in that particular language, but C++ haven't used. Sorry. Now in the cons, so first is if we are not using the garbage collection, that means we have to manage our memory management manually. So this is the one cons for the C++, that we are in C++ they are not using the garbage collection. That means now we have to use the manually memory management. Okay. And the second is the syntax is complex and the standard library is small, so making this language very difficult to learn for the beginner programmer. That the C++ have a library, but it is a very small, so it will not more help to the developer, or it will not more reducing the development time. So what will be the happen, that syntax will be the complex, because library is small, so it will be the difficult for the beginner programmers, we can say. Now the why C++, so as similar to the C sharp, let's see that C++ is widely used in the game development, advanced computation, and the graphics compilers. And as I said in a C sharp, that some of the people have concern to the salary. So as per the same popular website, or we can say that some popular portals like the PayScale, Indeed, we can say that. So as per them, the C++ developer have a salary from a range of $71,000 to the $1,13,000 per year in the United States. If we talk about in India, it will stand for the 2,03,000 to the 1 million per year. Now the third is C++ is a robust language and is widely used in a diverse field, will never go out of fashion. Now let's see some key difference between the C++ and the C sharp. So first is a C++ is a low level programming language that adds object oriented feature to its base language C, where C sharp is a high level language. So the question is, what is low level programming language and what is high level programming language? So in the simple manner we can say that what is the meaning of the low level? That means what we are doing, that whenever we write something, it will directly we will convert it into the machine code, means in a binary form 0 and 1. But while we are what we are going to do in the high level, it is, we can say it is a humor language. Like if I write hello, it will compile as a hello. If we talk about this, if I give you some example, that if I write if condition, so what will be the happen in the low level programming language, it will directly convert that all sentence of the old language in a 0-1 form, in a machine code. But what will be the happen in the high level language, it will check that condition, like if after the if there should be the parenthesis, after in a parenthesis having some condition should be there. So it will check like that, the if condition is there, then and then they can say that if is valid, otherwise not valid. So it will check like that. So this is the, in a C++ we are using the low level programming language, while in the C sharp we are using the high level programming language. Now the C++ compiles down to the machine code, where the C sharp compiles down to the CLR, common language runtime, which is interpreted by the JIT. JIT means just in time compiler. So the what will be the happen in this, that when we are compiling in the C++, as I said, that it will directly convert that code into the machine code, means 0-1 form. Now what will be the happen in the C sharp? First it will convert the code in the MSIL form, means Microsoft Intermediate Language, and after that it will give that code to the JIT compiler, just in time compiler, and just in time compile that code, and it will convert that code into the native code, and at the last it will execute. So then now might be you have a question in your mind that C++ having a we can say a small procedure, like directly we are converting the code, converting our code in the machine code. But in a C sharp we are following the lengthy procedure. So what is the reason behind that? So the reason behind that was that in a JIT compiler, it will convert the code as per the requirement basis. Means in the code, if I want to just compile the 3 block of that particular code, it will just compile the 3 block and execute that code, or in convert the native code, and at the last it will execute. But what will happen in the C++? It will compile the whole code at a time. So these things are make the difference. The second thing is, whenever I was using JIT compiler, just in time compiler, it will store that compilation data. So whenever I'll subsequently, when I'll try to run the same code, at that time it will not run the same code again and again. It will give from the stored data, so it will reduce the compilation time as well. So for that we are using the JIT compiler. Now the C++ is an object oriented language, while C sharp is considered a component object oriented programming language. So now might be you have a question here that in a starting you are saying that C# is an object oriented, and now you are saying that C# is a component oriented programming. So we are not wrong that C# is an object oriented programming language, but as well as it also known as a component oriented programming language. So now the the question is, what is the object oriented language and what is the component oriented language? So in an object oriented, what we are doing, it is a one programming, it is oriented to the object, that all programming are oriented to object, or we can say that our software is oriented to the our data. Well, what will be the component oriented? Our programming is oriented to component, means we will make some component, we will make some thing by using the pre-existing component plus new component. So using that thing, like if we talk about some example, we talk about the automobiles. So when any car manufacturer making the car, what will be the happen? They will use the some prerequisite, means pre-existing some data or component like the plastic, iron and all. So now what will be the happen? Using that pre-existing, they will make some make the new component and add that all thing and make some other component. So we can say that is the example of the component oriented programming language. Now the fourth is in a C++, you need to manage the memory manually, where C# runs in a virtual machine which performs the memory management automatically. We already seen before that C++ have a not support the garbage collector, and the C# having a garbage collector. So what will be the happen? That C++ have to manage the memory manually, while C# have a garbage collector, so it will manage that memory management automatically. Now let's see what is the more beneficial for us, that C and the C++. So in this particular video, I am not claiming that C++ is better than C# or the C# is better than C++, because I think that is totally depends on mind and time. Because as of now, C# is demanding. So if you talk about, if you ask any developer that which language I have to choose from C# and the C++, he will definitely recommend it, you have to go for the C#, because C# is demanding in current time. But after some time, 2 or 3 years, if might be C++ was in demand. So at that time you ask to the same developer, he or she will give the suggest that you have to go for the C++. So what that is totally depends on the time and the on mind. If you like C++ programming, you have to go for that. If you like C# programming, you have to go for that, because time will be, we all know that time will be changed. There is one good thought in a Bhagavad Gita that a person can rise through the efforts of his own mind. So it totally depends on our effort, how much hard efforts we are giving in that, or draw himself down in the same manner, because each person in his own friends and or enemy. So guys, this is all about the C and the C++. I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and if you have any doubt in this particular video, you can ask a question in the comment box. So thank you.